Hi, I'm Melanie from Within Her Light. How are you? I'm here with a collective reading with general messages. I think as my channel evolves and grows, hopefully, there's going to be structured styles which I've already introduced. There are going to be love readings. There's going to be inspired spiritual readings, and also in those readings inspired by angels and a few variations of that, but also general readings, which is what I'm here with now today. um, these are timeless messages. It's spring 2026, but it really doesn't matter when this video finds you. It could be days, weeks, months, or even years. That's okay. And with the general messages, it's unlikely that they will follow one long theme. It will be different messages from different cards, meaning different things to different people. So take heart. If at first you don't hear any messages, stay tuned. Um, there could well be something in here, or you'll find that they all do connect for you. And there will be past energies, present energies, and future energies. So, with that said, let's get going. Let's see what we have. So, I'm starting off here with the Two of Pentacles. So, right away, I know that this represents balancing. A balancing of anything, your emotions or all your to dos, um, anything, um, you know, love. But I am going to concentrate and see if any messages are going to come through in relation to this. I feel as if someone is wanting to go on vacation or to travel, but they're trying to fit it into their life, whether that would be with time. Obviously, you need to have the time to go on vacation, and also financially. Um, if that's you, if this is your message, it is possible. It will take some planning. Um, it's not as easy as you want it to be, but you know that already if this message resonates for you. Um, but it is still possible. You can absolutely take that trip. For some of you, I'm getting that it's not just a vacation to somewhere new. You want to see a loved one, a relative that you haven't seen in a while. It is absolutely possible with some planning. Don't feel overwhelmed, um, because everything might be, you might be feeling as if everything is on top of you. But for the most part, you have got this. It is definitely a balancing act that you can do. um, so that's nice. And that could mean for some of you, you might find yourself tightening the purse strings. For some reason, I got thrift stores, so that's random. I personally love them. I have no problem buying as much clothes as I can from thrift stores. Not everything, but dresses and shirts. But anyway, that came through for a reason. I think it ties in with the balancing. And excuse me, I'm just making sure the dog is okay. And she is. But don't be afraid to look. It's an idea. You can get some nice stuff that came in with the balancing. It might not be directly directly be involved with trying to make financial plans that go away, but that message did come through. So I have okay, a couple of cards popped up. I wanted one. I have the Queen of Wands and I have Judgment cards from this deck, the Lightseers Tarot deck. Someone you might be taking stock. Some of you have a bucket list. So maybe there is a continuation going on with these messages with what I just mentioned about travel. Sometimes this does happen in the general readings. I think someone has a taken stock, and you have a bucket list, and you are putting yourself first, and realizing that life is short and to go for it, and you're thinking that some of you are not so much worried about the finances, that you have plenty saved, and now you want to seize an opportunity, or you want to make sure. Someone is thinking of retiring, so that is a slightly separate message, but someone is wondering if they can retire, and I'm getting that everything is in place for you, and that you can. And hopefully I understand this one day, but I am being told that you do know that you've got this, that you'll be all right. And I think this is going to be the theme. There's not supposed to be a theme. There's supposed to be separate messages. So you're looking back, you're making sure everything is in order so that you can focus on you. You've spent so many years focusing on others. It's time to focus on you. Candle making just came up for someone. Is there someone out there that enjoys making candles? Maybe you have a side hustle. And this is this feeling I've got that I had with the thrift store just now, like sewing and fabric and self-expression, and you being crafty and repurposing. Maybe you're into repurposing, and that is a great creative outlet. Let's have a look here. So, don't have any regrets. No regrets. Just, look to the future as far as, I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say look to the future to be a better person, but you can leave the past in the past. You can make amends in day-to-day relationships. This is getting to be deep. You can be the better person. I'm hearing that. So I don't know what's going on here. Well, what energy thread am I picking up on here? Let's see. The Five of Cups. Okay. Traditionally, the Five of Cups could represent that you simply do not feel fulfilled, especially in matters of the heart. So that could be love, relationships, or it could be what I call your purpose, so your passions, or maybe your career, or even within family in general. But I wonder too, I think that some of you might be afraid of change. You like the status quo, you like how things are now, you feel comfortable, so that you are considering this change, and that you fear that you might lose out on some of what you had considered to be the nicer things in life. So that is a different message from the thread that I talked on just now. So I am picking up on more than one stream of energy for different members of the collective. But again, this is all about balancing and finding the time for you. And I just heard, where there's a will, there's a way. So it's not hopeless, not all is lost. I absolutely do think that there is a common theme, and that is you can make it work, and you can absolutely still be happy. You can't make it worse. Some of you are afraid of messing up maybe a good thing. So the general theme is that you can have your cake and eat it. It's a yes to that. So if you are wondering, can I retire? Can I take this vacation? Or can I move to this place? Or can I take this other job that I am more excited about, more passionate about, but maybe I have to have a pay cut? If these messages resonate for you and you feel that I'm hitting on your energy stream, then know that absolutely yes, you can, but it will take time, practice, patience, and balancing. But it's definitely not a no. We're all the co-creator. So that's the general message I'm getting here from that. So it could be anything. Move into a neighborhood you've always had an eye on, or putting in an offer to a more expensive house. It could be anything that you are scared that it will change your life financially. To sacrifice something in your life financially in order to do what your heart's desire is. So the answer is yes, it's possible, but any blips would be temporary as you work around it, and that after all said and done, you will be happier in the long run. So it's kind of sweet. Be the Queen of Wands. She's passionate. She works with what she has and she goes forward. Some of you are thinking of starting a side hustle. I know I mentioned candle making earlier. And those things do take time. The Eight of Pentacles flew out. So that does tell me that there is growth potential. There is growth potential with what you are thinking of. It's like you're not necessarily going to be stagnant. One example is if you are taking a pay cut for a job you prefer, it will turn back around and you will be earning the kind of money you're used to again in the future. It's not going to be slow forever, but it will take its time, but it is there. There is growth. All right, let's have a look here. Let's see. We have the Knight of Pentacles. I love when a card comes out that just sums up what I just said. It's like you think I'm making it up, and I'm not. I'm not making it up. So this does point to progress, but slow progress. And it is materialistic, so your abundance is coming in, but you're not stuck and you are moving and you're making beautiful creations along the way. You're going to be happier for it. It's not, you might be thinking of it as being like a backwards step, but you're not going backwards. You're actually full steam ahead and you're going fast and forward as your soul is going fast and forward. Your soul is not worried about the materialistic things in life. That's just your brain, our egos and our brains. Which means it will feel more fulfilling. You can be out of this Five of Cups energy. It's going to be nourishing. You're on a nourishing path to where you will feel more content and happier. I will be more surprised if the Nine of Cups does not come out. I get it almost every reading. It's pointing in that direction again. It's getting you out of this Five of Cups. And to do that, yes, okay, you do have to maybe tighten the purse strings, but it is possible. It's not a no. It's priorities and putting the right things in the order. It's to the drawing board to balance the checkbook. You will find a solution. You will find a solution in the spreadsheets. There you go. So off the top we have the Devil. Okay. All right. So let's have a look here, because the Devil can allude to so many different things, and he has a negative reputation. Of course he does. He's the Devil. But this card always speaks to me about the traps of only if you just pursuing and only doing a job because the money is better, or you're only pursuing what you're pursuing for the bigger house and the great car and the style named accessories, then it is going to keep you trapped and unfulfilled and unhappy. The devil wants to lure you into that life. He's like, well, you're good at what you do. He's saying, you're good at what you do. Why are you going to change it? He's saying, don't fix what's not broke. You're making great money. And everyone around you sees that, and they see that you are great at what you do, and you're being recognized. And he wants to lure you. He wants you to stay in that state of mind. And what he actually is representing is our own ego and our own earthly brains, because our egos are here to survive, so it wants the abundance, but our soul needs to override him. Our soul needs to override him and follow, I say this a lot, but I love it, our purpose, because that is where you will feel happiness and fulfillment. You can't take this stuff with you when you go, but you can actually. I completely believe you can take your deeds with you, for sure. It's another way of saying karma, I guess. But you will feel fulfilled and content right here in your human form as you are now. And it will actually, ironically, fulfill your earthly wishes anyway. Abundance can still come at you, and probably will. It's just that you have to let it take time, but you're gonna be less stressed. You're going to feel less burdened. This is just like a reading I did. I don't even know if I posted the reading yet, because I tend to make these recordings in little clusters when I have time and space out when I post them. But this is the same energy stream on a very recent reading that I have done, to where it was all about just what I just said. Don't feel trapped. You'll feel better going forward when you're just following your heart and not following what the bank account is doing. So let me pour a couple more here. So I have Justice, okay, yeah. And I have the Four of Pentacles. So, yeah, the Four of Pentacles, I'll start off with that, because that actually points to everything I have said up until this point. It represents someone that is holding on to their purse strings. They're afraid to maybe splurge a little bit, but they are also afraid of change. And it could just mean that you're not letting go. I need to see what other messages are coming through here, because my intention was for general messages for the collective. So someone might be thinking of building, improving their home, like maybe adding a porch or some sort of extension or a balcony to their home, and you're trying to find a way to be able to have the funds for that. I'm getting travel again. I'm seeing a necklace. Someone might be gifted a necklace. Number 4 could mean something. Earth signs. Taurus. Hair. Someone's thinking of changing their hair. That's come up before. Or just shopping in general. And again, we are reflecting. We've had I thought we had the Judgment card, but maybe not. Oh yes, we had the Judgment card, and now we have the Justice card. Oh, this was odd and random. It just popped into my mind's eye. Did someone break a mirror? Don't be superstitious. It doesn't mean bad luck for 7 years. So if you're worried about that, it's about the deeds we do in life. It's karma. It is karma. Okay, there's a message coming through here. You know, breaking a mirror and having bad luck for 7 years is one example, or walking under a ladder, or not stepping on the cracks. Okay, so someone out here in collective world is worried that something bad is going to come towards them because of conditioning, or a family member or someone has told them, or something has gotten into your head that you've done a bad thing, which I really don't think you have, and that now it's going to come back at you. Who is this for in my collective? Yeah, there's definitely an overall theme here that I have alluded to, of taking stock. And some of you are having regrets, and you can't have regrets, there's no need. But also guilt. All right, so some of our collective are feeling guilty. I mean, if you can make amends, of course you can reach out. But it's not as serious or as scary or as bad as you think it is. You know, it's like you're not going to break a mirror and have bad luck for 7 years. So there's some belief system that you're in. And I can't think of a real good example, but someone's in a belief system. Maybe it's strict organized religion. You know, the whole, oh, you're going to hell, fire, and spiritually speaking, you know, my truth anyway is that it just does not work that way. It just does not work that way. I sense there might be you know, strict Christians that might stumble across this reading. And so that, you know, you fear because you hear or you have read, because, you know, that divination is evil. That's a belief system. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Whatever it is, what you fear is going to happen does not match the action. You can move forward and just breathe and sigh and have a sigh of relief. I hope this helps someone. I hope this makes sense, and I hope this helps someone. It's going to be okay. Let me know in the comments if these messages are for you, one, some, or even all of it. So we have the Six of Wands. Recognition is coming. Christmas comes to mind. It's spring when I'm recording this, but I just said it's Christmas because that looks like a wreath. This young lady is here. It's recognition. You're finally getting recognition for something that you have worked very hard for. And you are going to enjoy the spotlight for a while. So congratulations. There's hair again. Someone might be finally becoming a qualified hairdresser, or you're opening up a salon or something like that. This is meaning something to someone, and if so, you're going to do great. You're good at what you do. You're very talented, so you're on the right path. And you make a lot of people happy doing that. Let me pull. I'm going to pull two more. Just looking at my time. So the Ten of Pentacles is confirming to me that you don't have anything to worry about, material or you know, abundance or anything like that. You're going to be fine, and then some. Creativity is coming back into the picture. Mutual love and understanding. We have children, we have dogs, we have a happy family. What have we got going on here? Someone here is interested in metaphysical astrology. You're just getting into it and you're like, oh, where has this been my whole life? It could be your pathway to a spiritual awakening. I think we have those in our collective, a small member of collective, that can actually relate to having a spiritual awakening, and your path and your interest has directed you to zodiac. So you're into astrology. For me, one path out of many was tarot. For you, it's astrology. It all combines and, you know, can intermingle as much as your heart's desires. Someone's into astrology, and you're not going to give it up either. It's not a passing fad. You're going to be quite good at it. You're going to start combining numerology. And I still know that I couldn't say that right. Yeah, some of you might even start earning money doing readings. Look into that quite well. You love looking at family dynamics and friend dynamics and relationship dynamics with that. Okay, one more, the Hierophant. So this is structure. So it could be going back to our folks that could be in an organized religion, or you could be in school, and a social structure. So you could be in school, a strict job, doesn't have to be strict, some situation where tradition is highly important. So maybe you are feeling, but I am getting the message that finally you feel free to express yourself. Some of you are finding your words. That sounds a little, I don't want to be condescending, but some of you are finding a way to express yourself despite the backgrounds. So keep on doing what you're doing. You're finding that you're not being shut down. You was afraid of being shut down, or you are afraid of being shut down. Don't be. Don't be. Yeah, you're going to be supported. You're going to be supported. So before, I'm not going to pull any more tarot, but I am thinking of, especially if my own personal experiences to go by, but a lot of us might be experiencing vivid dreams. Some of us might be interested in exploring lucid dreams. Pay attention to water, that represents your emotions. So if you dream of waves, that's literally rocky emotions, or clear emotions, if the water is clear. If the water's dirty and mucky, there's some shadow aspects. So pay attention to your dreams. Let me know if you're having any dreams relating to the water or bridges or anything like that. It's actually a very common dream. Very common dream. But that came through for a reason. Always take note, journal your dreams and come back to them in a week or two. You might find some answers to your solutions. Answers to your solutions. Solutions and answers to your questions. It's been a long day. Have no regrets. That's a huge message. Birds, birds, crows, owls. So that's looking at life from a highest perspective. Yeah, someone needs to look at a situation from an outside point of view. Take yourself out of that situation and be the observer and look at two sides, look at all sides of a situation, and for your answer to come through. There's dreams again. I'm going to do a video on dream interpretation. Common theme, because I love that, probably because I dream like crazy. It is the doorway to the 5D, to the spiritual realms. So I love all that. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. The messages generally speak to, yes, you can have the change you hope for, just not necessarily as quick as you want, but it is there for you and it's highly possible, and you should be pursuing them. Just take your time. You know, for example, someone is, and this is me, but you could have started, say, a YouTube channel or some other social media to where it's not growing as fast as you would like, but it will. Slow and steady wins the race. And of course, that doesn't mean, I mean, it does mean it is still meant for you. It's just, it doesn't have to come overnight, and that's actually a good thing. So that came through. That was random. That means something to someone. So with that, I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for staying till the end. It means there is probably something here for you. It supports me in more ways than I could ever, you know, I love it. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. If you are interested in a private reading with me, my website is below, and the link to my Etsy store is below. I do them through there, withinherlight.com. And with that said, I wish you peace, happiness. Have a great rest of your day, week, and month. Take care. Bye-bye.